All right, so you're taking your blackout poetry that you did on paper yesterday and you are going to be turning it into a Photoshop document. So you're actually going to be transforming it in Photoshop. So you should go to create new, and you need an 8.5 by 11. So it is portrait, 200 pixels per inch, RGB color, and a white background. Hit create. You need to go to File, Place Embedded. You're going to go to the Share Drive, to the Rusk folder, go into the Graphic Design folder, and double click on the text.jpg. Go ahead and stretch it so it fits, and hit enter. Now, definitely go ahead and save this. Do not save it in the share drive. Some of you are really struggling with this. Don't save it in my folder in the share drive because I'm going to delete your stuff. Go back to your P drive and find your folder, your username. Save it in your graphic design folder. Don't save it in my graphic design folder. All right, so then what we are going to do is we are going to get our rectangle tool. So down here it has a rectangle. Yours might actually have like a little blob. If you right click, it is the rectangle tool. Change your color, your top color to black. And then you are going to cover the entire paper with black. This is one way to do it. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do this. This way is certainly a little bit more difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's really cool. Then you're going to do a right click and rasterize layer. Now you can come in, and I am going to fade the opacity because I want to see the words. Remember, you got to see the words that you're actually using. So again, this is one way to do it if most of your paper is black. So then I can come in and I can get my marquee tool, and let's say that I'm going to zoom in. So then I'm on my black layer. I can then start to clear. So I select it with my marquee tool and then hit delete. Delete. Notice, make sure that your words go in order, and you should have done that from whenever we did this on paper. Your words should go in order. There should be, left to right, top to bottom. Okay, so once you get all of your words done, a couple different ways that you can do this. You can come in with your eraser tool and you can freehand whatever you need to draw. Okay, again, I am not good drawing on paper, let alone freehanding with a mouse. So for me, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my custom shape tool. And maybe I have something in here. I don't know, maybe mine talks a lot about boats or something, or talks about, relaxation or something, depending on the theme of your blackout poetry. It's going to depend on what you're going to do. So I'm going to draw this, and you're going to notice that it's black. That's not what we want. I am going to go ahead and hit enter though. I'm going to get my magic wand. I'm going to rasterize the picture layer, the object that I just dropped, the shape. I rasterized it. Now, whenever I come in with my magic wand and I click on it, the whole thing selects. If I hit delete on this layer, it deletes it completely. If I click on this black layer and hit delete, you can see over here on the layer that the sailboat is actually what deleted now. So then I can come in here and I can now delete the sailboat from its actual layer. Okay, so now you are going to have all of these words showing. So I have to actually finish boxing this in. So maybe I want to go ahead and go back and get that rectangle tool. And the fill is going to be none. That's the white with the red line through it. And I'm going to use my stroke, so the outline is something like this. And then I'm actually going to come in here and outline this word. So now you can see that it's outlined. So, and I will go ahead and do that. If there are any words that are in the white that I need to stand out, that's what I would want to do. But what I can do is I can now take this opacity. If let's say that I'm done, you would have more words than this. I can take the opacity up. And you've got white words that are your poem, and they are also boxed in black on your sailboat or whatever. You might have a few flowers randomly placed, and maybe you don't have any words that need to pop through that. Okay, that is perfectly fine. That works. The other way to go about doing this is you have it placed, and you come in here with your rectangle tool. Again, this is all black and white. And I am going to bump the stroke up a little bit. So maybe you just choose to box in words. The words that you have on your paper copy, you're going to box them in like this. And you're going to have them all over the place. Okay. Then let's say that maybe yours is about the stars and you didn't see any stars in the custom shape tool. So I'm simply going to go and search stars. But I'm going to do clip art. Remember, clip art is your best alternative to anything else. So maybe I like something like this. So I'm going to do a copy and a paste. Now, obviously, it has a white background. That doesn't work. So I'm going to get rid of the white background. And this still doesn't really stand out like what I want it to. So if you remember what we did in your silhouettes, we did a right click on the layer, blending options. I'm going to do a color overlay and change these to solid black. Okay. So then you can play with it and change the size. Again, you don't want it to overlap any of your words. Let's say that I want another one. I can do a right click and duplicate layer. If you ever have a layer that you like and you just want to duplicate it, do that. Don't go recreate it. Okay, so let's say that you want to throw this somewhere up here. Again, you're not overlapping the words. Okay, get creative with this. Have fun. You've got class period today and class period tomorrow to work on this. So focus on boxing in your words if this is the route that you're going to go, or if you cover your document with the black, just make sure whenever you're done, you take that opacity all the way back up. Okay. Don't be afraid to email me with questions. I will be checking my email periodically throughout the entire day. And hopefully you can have fun with this one. This is a neat one.